Taking you down the shore now as we look live from the Ocean City Boardwalk. All quiet on the boards right now. We're going to head on over to meteorologist Llarisa Abreu. She is over at the big screen with a look at the eyewitness weather forecast. I like that look down the shore no matter how it looks out there.
Right. If it's raining, if it's sunny, if it's nighttime. I mean, I'm with you, Jan. It's just so beautiful. Great shot there. And we are tracking a little bit of rain outside, but here's the good news. That rain will depart as the morning wears on and we're left behind with clouds. It's going to be another mild one. Your hour by hour shows we're off to a damp start, and then conditions do dry up for us. By 10 a.m., 47 degrees outside. You'll need a jacket, but maybe you can leave the heavy parka at home. We'll tell you when to pull it out though, because it does get a lot colder. 51 by 1 o'clock. 4 p.m. we're at 52. By 7 p.m. we're at 51, and then those temperatures will begin to come down as we lose the heating of the day. Rain chances quickly increase tonight, 10:30, as the system begins to lift through the region. That rain staying particularly south of I-95. We won't see much rain out of this system, Lehigh Valley up towards the Poconos, but if you're in and around the city, down towards South Jersey, Delaware, those are the spots who will see the rain. Scattered showers, lingering showers remain a factor on Thursday, and then we are drier by Friday. Saturday, we are kicking off the new year on a wet note. Heavy rain moves through the region here, maybe even some strong winds, especially along the shore. We're still going to be dealing with lingering showers on Sunday, and then a blast of colder air arrives by Sunday night. This is the 7th day. I want you to pay attention to the numbers as we approach Saturday. 62, still mild on Sunday, and then here comes reality, Jan. 35 degrees. That's it as we kick off Monday next week.
My goodness, those temps just fall off a cliff there. All right, Llarisa, thank you. Good time to see the show. Rainy and mild is the weather story for the last few days of 2021, or do anything indoors, I guess. Meteorologist Llarisa Abreu is here. How is New Year's Eve and day looking? Everyone wants to know, Llarisa.
Well, we're split right down the middle. New Year's Day not looking too good, but New Year's Eve is looking all right. We're going to get to that part of the forecast in a moment. Right now, though, it is cloudy and it is mild, with temperatures already nearing 50 degrees at this hour. Winds are light. They're out of the north-northeast at 6 miles an hour, and visibility has been fluctuating all day long. Right now at 7 miles, or rather, yeah, 7 miles, and that has been the case throughout the last few hours. Hour by hour planner shows we're going to see a little bit of rainfall here as the day moves on, especially as we approach late tonight. That's when that rain begins to move in, steady at times through the overnight hours. Otherwise, anticipate patchy fog. Temperatures tonight will take a tumble around 42 degrees, and winds will be out of the northeast at around 5 miles an hour. Now let's quickly look at Friday, because a lot of people want to know, is it going to rain? We've been stuck in this dreary and rainy pattern. That's been the story. Well, the good thing is that come Friday, we actually dry things out. We'll have one dry day squeezed by 2 wet days in between. So tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be wet. Saturday, also looking at wet conditions. So your New Year's outlook, 10 p.m., we're tracking mild and quiet weather with temperatures at 50. At the stroke of midnight, we are also going to be very close to 50, either side of 50 really. And then showers will be possible as early as 2 a.m. as another disturbance moves into our area. That brings me to this graphic here, and you can see we're going to track soggy conditions this weekend with record challenging warmth on Saturday, and then a blast of cold air arrives here Sunday night, and that gives us a bitterly cold start to the work week and to the school week as many folks head back to real life by next week, Monday. So future weather shows that rain moving in tonight. So we're dry for the rest of the day, but then rain chances quickly increase for us by tonight. And notice how we're going to see rain pretty widespread early on. It's going to be steady to heavy, denoted by the darker green and even the yellows that you see here on future weather. This is 3 a.m. in the morning, so if you find yourself out at this time, just have the umbrella near. As the day wears on, we could still see a few lingering spotty showers throughout the afternoon hours. So Thursday is not going to be completely dry, but we are going to see some pockets of dry weather here and there, but scattered showers is what we will see. Now, by the start of the weekend, here comes the rain, and this is going to be rain from start to finish. We'll see that rain move in late Friday and into early parts of Saturday morning, and it's going to be coming down pretty heavily out there. So that is just all things to keep in mind. I know people will be out and about these next several days, and yes, it's going to be mild, but it's also going to be wet. So wet roadways continue with us. This is for tomorrow early. On Friday, the one true dry day, as we will be in and out of cloud cover, but just like today, overcast for the majority of the day. Temperatures quite mild, warming up to 55 degrees. For the start of the weekend, we bump it up around 62, soggy and warm. We keep it in the upper 50s for Sunday, and then temperatures come crashing down by Sunday night.
Yeah, crashing, the right word to use. Okay, Larissa, thank you. The waves are rough down the shore.
Waves are very rough. Fiona is such a giant storm, and it has just been churning up the ocean for days and days. So definitely not the day to take a dip in the ocean.
Right.
Even though ocean water temperatures are still warm, maybe just wait a little.
Yeah, just enjoy the sights and sounds.
Yeah, just sit on the sand, walk on the boardwalk. In fact, let's take a look at the boardwalk in Atlantic City this morning. This kind of threw us for a loop. That's Ripley's Believe It or Not. You can see the building kind of looking like it's about to collapse on the boardwalk by design. It is not a structural problem out there in Atlantic City this morning. You can see the lights are starting to come on and go off back and forth as the sun begins to rise. We're in that morning dawn time frame with some beautiful wispy clouds out there in Atlantic City. A beautiful day, but like we said, you don't want to go in the water if you can avoid it. We have a high rip current risk, a high surf advisory, waves 3 to 4 feet, even just on the beach. Winds about 20 miles an hour out of the north. Water temperatures in the upper 70s. Fiona really moving away now, but the ocean still feeling the impacts of that large storm. So stay on the sand, stay safe here this weekend. Here's a look at Storm Scan 3 showing, again, we've got some clouds moving in today. There will be some patchy clouds around this morning, but the warm front that's eventually going to try to lift through here tonight is still off to the south. And then the subsequent cold front that's going to come in tomorrow is going to bring the chance for a few scattered showers and storms tomorrow afternoon. We now have a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow afternoon for the entire region. It is just a level 1 out of 5 risk. Basically what it's saying is a line of storms that comes through tomorrow evening could turn briefly severe. 1 or 2 of those storms could have gusty winds especially, so certainly something to watch if you have plans for your Sunday afternoon. Otherwise today, first and foremost, is a beautiful day. A mix of clouds and sun in Philadelphia. More clouds in the morning, more sun late in the afternoon. 67 degrees down the shore, breezy with some sunshine. It's cool and crisp in the Poconos at about 60 degrees. So let's take you through it. Again, most of today is dry, it's beautiful, but here comes that chance for storms as we get into about 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, right around the dinner hour. Now tomorrow, of course, is the start of Rosh Hashanah at sundown. Folks celebrating may be heading to family or friends' houses for a Rosh Hashanah Seder at sundown. We also, of course, have a lot going on across the region. People are going to be out watching the Eagles game with friends, things like that. So certainly something to keep an eye on tomorrow afternoon, mainly between about 5 and 7 p.m. Scattered storms, some with gusty winds, and that will clear the coast pretty quickly. It's a quick hitting front, but you can see we are in a marginal risk. Again, that's level 1 out of 5. Main threats would be damaging gusty winds. There could be brief downpours and some hail, but I think a gusty wind or 2 is the biggest impact we'll feel with tomorrow's storms. Sundown on Sunday, again, the beginning of Rosh Hashanah, 75 degrees, mild, a stray sprinkle or thunderstorm. And then it's quiet, but the tropics are not quiet. Fiona is now post-tropical. We have Tropical Storm Gaston by the Azores, Tropical Storm Hermine, which is off the coast of Africa, but Tropical Storm Ian is the one we are really shifting our focus to. Here's the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. Ian is expected to become a Category 2 hurricane through the weekend and then likely make landfall in Florida as a Category 3 hurricane by the middle of next week. And by next weekend, some of the rains associated with what would then be post-tropical Ian will likely get here. So breezy and crisp today. Few afternoon showers or storms tomorrow. Monday, a morning shower, then we clear out. Nice weather Tuesday through Thursday, and then watching Ian's rain, which could get in late Friday, but especially for next weekend. Jan, we'll send it back to you.
Tropics just got real busy, Kate. No rest for the weary there. Thank you.
Chief Meteorologist Kate Bilo is here with us tonight. So I know a lot is in play, but does a storm system like Ian pose any potential risks for us?
It does, in the form of especially rain, and that would be next weekend. But before we get there, I've just issued an alert mode for tomorrow because we now have a chance for strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening. So let's get right to it. We're going to take a live look outside. Boy, it's dark early. It is getting darker earlier every day now that we've passed the autumnal equinox and we are headed to those shorter days of fall and winter. So let's talk about what we're tracking next. Not as chilly overnight tonight. A few more clouds move in. Tomorrow we'll start the day with clouds and some sun, but in the afternoon and evening we've been watching this cold front. It looked pretty anemic. Now it's starting to look like it could produce the chance for a few stronger storms. So we have issued a next weather alert for tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk quickly as well about how Ian could impact Philadelphia. You can see we've got a few clouds out in play today, but the afternoon was absolutely beautiful. The cold front that's going to impact us is right about here. So right now it's quiet. It's partly cloudy. It's 68 degrees. Tonight will be milder than last night. We'll bottom out in the 50s in the city, 60s down the shore and in Delaware. But let's take you through next weather radar showing what to expect tomorrow. We start the day with clouds, maybe a few breaks of sun. Then by mid-afternoon, right about here, this is 1 p.m., storms start to fire up off to the west. They are fast movers, but any one of these right here about 3 o'clock in the city and nearby suburbs could pack a bit of a punch. Damaging winds would be the biggest threat. That moves into South Jersey around 4 or 5 o'clock, then likely off the coast by 6 or 7. Not widespread severe weather. In fact, it's a level 1. That's a low and marginal risk of severe weather for the entire region. That said, any embedded thunderstorm could produce damaging winds, could produce some small hail, and can't rule out an isolated tornado with any of these storms, although that risk does appear low at this time. Quick look at Tropical Storm Ian. The latest track strengthens this to a Cat 4 out over the Gulf of Mexico before likely making landfall as a Category 2 along the coast of Florida by the middle of next week. Then the rain from Ian will start to lift northward and will get here as we get into next weekend. But an alert day for Sunday. It's the start of Rosh Hashanah. Got to move the eagle over, move the Star of David over, but it could be an active Sunday afternoon. We'll be right back.